What's up, traders? No SPY trades today. Look at that chart. It's clean. No SPY charts, no SPY trades, no SPY charts, no SPY trades. Anyways, let's jump right into this. Our first trade. We took a few trades today. I'm going to have to scroll down and see what was first. MU was first. I like this one. It wasn't too bad. Nice little pop-up. I think we took 50% just because of the spread as well as the volume at the time. Maybe not. I don't remember if we took 50% or I'm pretty sure we did only take 50% on this one. Probably because of the price and the spread. I don't remember exactly why. You'd have to go watch the live trade, which you can. First pinned comment down below. We'll take you over to Twitch to the highlight section, and you can check out all my trades that I make live on stream. And yeah, so got 2 entries here. Felt pretty toppy. Scaled out on the way down. Ended up being a decent trade. As you can see, we were pretty small size. Maybe it was 25%. I don't remember. I don't remember why I took smaller size. Maybe it just wasn't moving fast. Maybe because it was a bigger company. I don't remember exactly. I'm sure I explained it over there, but we were so active today that I didn't really think twice about it, I guess, after we got out of it. But yeah, that was MU. VYGR actually ended up being our biggest trade of the day. It was only a single entry, single exit. But I hit the 75% button on this one. Pretty clean move. Loved it. A little bit of a build up, huge ramp up through the whole dollar. Previous resistance all the way down here. I mean, this is almost as good as it gets. I remember the reason I didn't take full size on this one was because of the spread. It was a little spready, a little whippy, and it was volume out of nowhere. So that was why I really loved it. But I remember the halt price was up at like 1070 as well. So it was still feeling a little sketch. You know, you always feel a little sketch when it's kind of volume out of nowhere like this. So that is what warranted the 75% button instead of the 100% button. But it worked out well. Next trade was Tesla. This one was fun. We were down like 120-ish, maybe a little bit more than that on this trade. Started a little bit early. Could have got out green after this first little push. It did come up to here. This was after our entry, but then it came all the way back down. Didn't take anything off. But yeah, I was playing off that line from yesterday. Yesterday's low. It was right there. And when it went down to it, it actually went right through it. And I actually was like, this isn't good. And I waited to see if it was going to try to come back up through, and the SPY at this time, I had it on the chart up above me, and it looked like it wanted to work. But Tesla just wasn't really going back up with the SPY. It was pretty frustrating. You're sitting there watching the SPY go up and up and up, and Tesla's just like, meh. It was kind of, you know, SPY's at VWAP here, and Tesla's just chilling down here. And it was very frustrating because I swear I watch this thing all the time after these big moves, and it'll get that big, you know, spike right back up the VWAP, and you're like, come on, where is it when I'm in it? But as you can see, we got the most that we could out of it, and we ended up basically break even on it, which I guess was a good thing, because had we not had this move up here, which we did take these first shares off red, by the way, but then these were green enough to get us back to break even, and it did come back low a day. So if we don't get any of this and it comes back down a low day, we're going to cut it, and it was a decent loss. We only had, I think we had 40 shares, 5, 10, so just 20 shares. I thought we had 30 shares. Anyways, I remember looking at the P&L when it was down here, and it was like $120. So it would have been a decent little loss on something that I thought I was looking to make $20. So it's not like it wasn't, you know, anything crazy, because I was looking for this to kind of come retest this area here with five shares, but it is what it is. There's nothing we can do about it now. Next trade on MTB. This one was another fun one. This was a red trade on the day. This thing just started popping out of nowhere. I don't know why. I didn't look it up, but previous resistance all the way down here. If you could go watch this one live, this was the last trade I took live. This is what it looked like, and it was moving fast when we first got in, and it was just crazy. So I was a little dumbfounded when this thing kept going. But the best thing I did, well, first off, it was kind of volume out of nowhere, huge spike, huge company. The spread was horrible. It was like 70 cents the entire way. Sometimes it was more than $1. I went 25% on this one because I was sketched out about it. Well, as you can see, this thing just kept going, and it just kept going. Front side, front side, front side. And then this one, it was almost at the halt. The halt was at like 183, I think. I think it jumped to 184 as it was on this candle, but it never did there. It went up through 182. But as it rejected here and started to come back down, I basically said, okay, this thing's been straight up. This is the first sign of it rejecting. We're going to hope that this is the backside, or well, not the backside, but the pullback, right? Intense move into a pullback. And it's funny looking back because these first two entries look like I was in before the movie even started. But if you go watch this thing live, you'll be like, holy crap, like that is a really nice, intense move. And then it just kept going. Like, holy smokes. But as you can see, we get the ad here. It comes down. It literally bounces off of our average. It was just insane. A $20 move, and it just comes down and bounces off our average. End up taking some off for a loss. And it missed our order literally by a penny. It went to 42 on one of these candles. Was it this one? Yeah, 175.42. Our order was at 175.41, and our average was, I think, 175.66 or something like that. So I wasn't being greedy. But the problem is, it went to 42. My order was at 41, but the ask was at 176.10 or something like that. Like, it was an insane spread the entire way. So it's not like I could just drag it up. So I ended up doing that. As you can see, I got filled at 175.94 for half of my shares. And at this point, I'm like, all right, come on, let's just get that bigger move down, because it wasn't really quite 50% of the move. And it started to curl back up, so we took it off, and we were right in the moment. It did spike again, and obviously what it's going to do after that point, I don't know. But as you can see, this thing just kind of went sideways. So I don't really know what was going on there, but that was a tough one. Yeah, but then I went bowling, ate some Chipotle for lunch, and I came back, and JMIA popped up. Where is it? Here it is. JMIA. This was a nice one. I would have liked it more through this area of 859, but clear jiggle was hard not to take it. I really usually would be looking to take profit at that previous resistance, which, as you can see, I did anyway. But I tried to let it go down through because the whole dollar was there. But unfortunately, it just didn't want to do it. So we put the order out there at 59. Got filled on that one. Took another half off here on the 50 drop. I put an order out for the whole thing at 844 for the 850 flush, but it didn't get it. And then it started to grind lower. So I ended up just taking half off at 848 because just in case it wanted to go back up. And then it just started to die. We got the VWAP kind of stalled there for a little bit. If you scroll in, you can see it did try to bounce there. It took it off there at VWAP. It was definitely starting to stall, looking like it wanted to try to bounce back up, but it did. And then ultimately ended up pretty much giving back the entire move. So, got a decent amount out of that. We're not going to complain. And then our last trade here was on RAD. This thing I was sitting here getting ready to start recording the video and just went straight up into a halt. I'm always sketched out about those. Let it come out of the halt, went into the next candle, was clearly struggling after it made the high of 1025 here. I hit it on the way back down at 1003, literally for 10 shares. I was like, okay, I'll make $10 if this thing wants to go all the way back down and maybe try to fill the gap like it is now. But it came down to 975 area and just held there. I mean, it was not going lower. It was just like 972, 973, 974, 975. People were just lined up there. Every time it hit there, it would just either stop and you could see them soaking it, or people were making it go high. Like once it would get back up above that 75 area, it would shoot back up to like $10. And it did that like 3 times. And then finally on the 4th time or third, it was either the 3rd or 4th time, I was like, all right, this feels like people are soaking. And if they're soaking at the highs, there's no way that somebody like down here with a huge short position just soaking those up. Like that's somebody like probably buying some shares. But whatever it was enough to spook me out. I get out. It did go back through 10, tried high of day, didn't quite get there, and then ultimately ended up dying. I was in the middle of cooking as well for dinner. I was like prepping some stuff. So I didn't think about getting back in, which I could have. And as you can see here, I'm still there. So Alexa, off. And so that was it. Alexa, turn the timer off. There we go. And yeah, that was my day. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Always appreciate the support. It was a green day. We didn't get all of yesterday back, but we did get a decent amount of it back. And we're just going to keep moving forward. We took a lot of our trades today, right? We didn't go forcing trades that weren't ours. And it felt good. Even though we didn't make much, MTB, if it works out, we could be, that's $20 the other way, that's 70. And then if we make $20, that's near the $100. So, you know, it is what it is. That thing was crazy. I'm just going to be glad that we only lost 20 bucks on it because we were also down over 140 on that one, I think, at the top. So yeah, find me in Discord, find me on Twitter, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Peace.